It's Thursday, Thursday morning. I really need to be taking a shower. Yes, I do. It's kind of a big day around here, and I'm doing a lot of processing feelings about the day. And I thought, this might be a good topic for conversation. Well, shit, look at there. I'm sorry. There's my coffee from yesterday I lost. That's my tea from today. My second grader is Amos, and he has a genetic disorder, an autism, anxiety, ADHD. He's in the second grade play today, and it's kind of a big deal for us because he's being included as a just regular old second grader. He's been really working hard at play practice. And the play, there are two plays today. There's one just for the kids and then one for the parents. So my husband is going to go to the first play at 10:30, which if you know an attorney who runs their own law practice, you know that that's a big deal. And then I'm going to the second play with all the other parents because I am serving lunch to middle school teachers today, which is also important. And just canceled my dentist appointment because I sound like I'm going to hack up a lung and didn't want to poison the people. I mean, all the sickness. Anyway, Amos is in the second grade play. It's the book about the crayons, when the crayons quit or something, which I really like. Drew DeWalt, I think, is the author. But I'm nervous. He lately has been using the F word a lot. We don't use the F word at our house. He did used to have an iPad, and he pulled it up on YouTube. He has a real penchant for pulling it out when I don't know. He has a way of using it inappropriately that makes me feel the frickin' dog in the water. That right there is like the story of my life. This is what people in my family do to me. I can't have anything happen that's normal because they have to do mess like that. And even the dog. I mean, if you need a safe place to fall, come be a subscriber in the subscriber group because that's basically the story of my life. Anyway, it's a nice, safe place. Honor, you're ridiculous. So it's a big deal. And I asked a friend to save me a seat. Sully's favorite word is the F word. I mean, that's nice, right? I mean, nothing makes you look like a worse parent. Well, because I'm serving this lunch and don't want to be late. And he knows that I'm coming. Mommy's not going to be at the parking lot. Mommy's going to meet you in the gym. I was like, yes, that's right. We're not going to use bad words. And then we're going to get to his reward is to go over to my friend's house and she's not even home and play with their Legos. I mean, right? I know she thinks that's crazy. I need to make sure the door's unlocked. I mean, you have a good friend when they like set up their house so that your child can come over and play. She's like, make sure to lock that door. We've got the Legos he can play with out here. So there you have it. And that's his reward. And this F word thing, we cannot quite figure out. Like, is he saying it because he's upset? Is it because it's too loud? Anyway, I don't know because I live with them. And sometimes my second grader was included and danced in rubber boots and they flew off. So Amos's big thing at play practice, his teacher has said to me, is not the F word, but just mainly talking during the play. Oh no, my 13-year-old Kim has been working on a new F word for him. And it's fudge, but it's not taking. So she had that idea herself. She's working on it. Oh, good morning, coffee. I've got some chai tea because I've got this gross cold. But I might never be able to see a doctor because you can't get frickin' in. I mean, what in the devil? Anyway. So anyway, he's mainly talking. So we're working on that. But I'm nervous. I know everybody is there to watch their children. And when I went to see my other three in the second grade play, it never occurred to me that they would do something that would be bad, because they didn't. When do you do subscriber videos? I do them in the morning. I do them at night. I usually give you a schedule, but you can always watch old ones. A lot of times I'll do them right after I do a big video or before. Saturday mornings. Usually my husband is on Saturdays, which is fun. So I do them every day for subscribers. We also have a group page where you can like post things and share and ask questions, which is nice. Good luck, Amos. Oh, thank you. So it's so different when you have parented typically developing children. And honestly, it's good because the way I used to talk or think, I really was those people. If I hadn't had Amos, I would think that my parenting was just A-okay, But now that I have this child who says the F word, it makes me feel like my parenting is bad. But I didn't do anything different. Damn it. Not a thing different. Yet I have this person who is naughty. And that's the other thing. So trying to interpret bad behavior versus what he can help. Sometimes I think the F word is a tick, but this morning he said, get a donut on the way to school. And I said, no, we're not going to get a donut. And he said, I'm sorry. And my heart broke. And I was like, no, you're not sorry. You didn't do anything. No, Amos is not sorry. Amos is not in trouble. Just because I said, no, we're not getting a donut doesn't mean you're in trouble. And then I thought, well, yesterday he kept wanting to go to Cecilia's house and he was using the angry words on the bus. And I said, no, we're not going to Cecilia's house. So now I feel guilty. Why does he know the F word? See, Susan, exactly. It makes me feel like I taught him the F word because he saw it on a YouTube video, a year ago, and it just stays in his head. Liz, is it common for kids with autism? Why curse words? Tourette's. Yes, the same thing. I don't know. My daughter has Asperger's. Her best friend and boyfriend both dumped her within a week. Oh, they don't know she's on the spectrum. Well, boy, Shell, that's a hard conversation. How do you decide with Amos, obviously it's obvious, but I think 1 in 44 are being diagnosed with autism. And granted, the diagnosis includes more people, but when you're high functioning, how do you tell people, Would you consider talking about your autoimmune disease? Yes, that would be like a subscriber video that I would do. I think I have a nurse that comes to my house every month, Gina, and she does subscriber videos with me and she's awesome. And, but yeah, that's a great idea. I'm sure he's heard the words at school. No, I'm not blaming school. And even if I was watching this video of my big kids when they were little and, Thomas was maybe 9 and he was saying that Russell had said the F word. He was 7. And Russell was like, I did not. He was like, yes, you did. He said, no, I didn't. I said fudge. He was like, whatever you want to tell yourself. So they at least would know they're not going to yell it on a school bus. It's just hard to know. Sometimes, oh, thank you, Barb. Sometimes it's just hard to know what he can help and what he cannot help. So we're always messing around with his medicine. Always messing. Do the other children use the F word in the classroom? No. If anyone is teaching anybody about the F word, it's my child teaching all the other nice second graders about the F word. Legit. No. You have not met a parent who's going to blame other people. It's us. Hello, my name is Adrienne Wood. I have a PhD, a blog, And my son is teaching your children how to use the F word. Yes, yes, he is. And I don't want that. And if I were another parent, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I do not want that. I have these lovely, nice children, and here, this fool's teaching them the F word. I mean, I get it. So that's really what this is about. This is about being the parent of the child who is the squeaky wheel. Is it because he gets a reaction? Well, maybe. That's a good point, Kelly. Do we ignore it? Maybe we do, because it's not working not to ignore it. I'll say Amos, and he'll say, aren't you glad you don't say not nice words? I never made a big deal of the bad word. Well, I ignored it for a few months too, but that didn't seem to work. I mean, it's bad when you have my other children are here and they have friends over it, and there are other small children at church, and Amos says the F word, and they're like, he shouldn't say that. Swearing is so prevalent. Well, it ain't prevalent at St. Paul's Episcopal Church, except by my child. It's hard to be the parent of that child. I mean, I'm just telling you. It's bad times. Bad times. And I am thankful. I'm sorry could mean I'm sad. No, that's not what it meant, Eleanor. No. He was saying, I'm sorry. If I say I'm sorry, then she'll take me to get a donut. He wasn't saying I'm sad. When he's sad, he says, are you sad? Does he only use the F word when he's upset? No. So that's how he's been using it lately. Sometimes he uses it when he's had a bad cold. His tics go up, and he'll just be watching television. Fuck you. Fuck you. So then I know he doesn't mean to do it. So I don't pay attention to that. But if Blair does something to him and he'll say, fuck, and kick something, it's funny. It ain't funny when it's you. Yes. Oh, is he going to use it in the school play? I don't think so, but I'm just revealing my fear, Kate, that he could. No, I think in the play, I said to his teacher yesterday, should we have him just do one of the performances? What? And she was like, you know what? We're going to shoot for the stars. I mean, thank you, Lord, for wonderful teachers who embrace him and don't sweat the small stuff. And a principal for that matter. I mean, I'm just so appreciative. And I hope other parents have the same love and enveloping that I do. I have a neurotypical kid for his behavior. Sounds like impulse control. Parenting isn't for the faint of heart. No, and I think we take it so personally. It's somehow like we've decided our children are a reflection of us. And they could be, they can be, but they're not necessarily. And maybe we say that when they act bad, and then when they act good, we're like, yes, we've done all these wonderful, wonderful things. Honor, you were silly. So I had somebody one time say to me, this is the only way I can explain how it feels when it's your child. And it was a well-meaning person at my church. And it was something about the Christmas pageant. I mean, you want to talk, does he go to private school? No, he's a public school. You want to talk about stress. The Christmas pageant is basically I need to get an injection of Wellbutrin and Zoloft and something else. But anyway, a lot of opinions about the word high functioning. I guess so, Liz. Oh, God, I got to tell my husband it starts at 10. Hold on. I guess there are, but it is when you're me and you have a person who is not high functioning, maybe it's different. It's kind of like, Thomas, Daddy. Oh, shit. Hold on, I gotta text my husband. Hold on. Sorry. Um, what was I saying? Oh, high functioning. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like how, anyway, when children or your children have autism and they're at Wake Forest and they're in law school, I would call them high functioning. And I think as a parent of a child who struggles an awful lot, maybe I have more of a say in that conversation where, I don't know, that's a whole nother ball game. I was reading a really interesting article today about how this whole Kanye West ridiculous stuff and like how do white people talk about it, how do black people talk about it, and it is different, right? When you're you don't want some white person saying, well, I don't know why he's doing this to the black race. You'd be like, well, what are you talking about it for? You don't have a say in this. So I guess I feel like with Amos, I have a little more ownership in the conversation, you know? Same way that sometimes autistic adults are like, don't do this and don't do that. And I'm like, you are a grown-up who is able to advocate for yourself and be verbal. I mean, there's one autistic Barbie who's married and like has children. Like her life is different than Amos's. And I don't think it's fair for her to boss me. Honestly. Shit, now y'all got me all. What did I miss? My daughter calls Amos the cute little boy who loves blueberry muffins. Oh, that's so nice. He does love blueberry muffins. There's a list of words that shouldn't be said in public. I wish we could use this list. I don't share all the tough stuff. My son is hyperlexic. He struggles with a lot of other things. So excited you were a speaker at the Moms event. So I'm not really doing much speaking anymore. I just am trying to make my life not so crazy. But I do have 3 things on the agenda. I'm in Richmond this coming up Wednesday, but it's for a private group. And then I'm in Minnesota. My friend Kate Swenson, who has Finding Cooper's Voice, is having a mom's event. And she's really a dear friend, and I am coming to do that for her. And then I'm in North Carolina in Wilmington for the North Carolina Autism Society big like gala fundraiser. I'm donating my time there in May. So I'm really excited about that. Really excited. Good morning from the Starbucks. Text Thomas. I did. Parenting is hard. Tell us about the Christmas play. What Christmas play? What are the booties by your window? What? Booties. Oh, they're witches. There's witches' shoes. And I'm so pissed because I only bought 1 strand at Home Goods. And I need 2 to fit on the window. And it drives me bananas. Bananas. And I can't do anything about it. Because I guess I could order them online. That would be smart. Have you ever thought about writing a book? Well, yes, I have, Christy. I really do want to write a book. And somehow I can't get my momentum going. Blueberry muffins at Lowe's Foods Bakery in Moorhead. Well, we love blueberry muffins so much that I think it was one of my subscribers, sent us, I'm not kidding you, 50 boxes of blueberry muffins. I mean, I got a whole pantry full. But now, I wish somebody would send me like some Tide. I also did a video where I was talking about Twinkies. And Twinkie, or whoever makes Twinkies, sent me a bunch of boxes of Twinkies. Do not send me Twinkies. Do I look like I need Twinkies? I don't. I might as well take a Twinkie and like stuff it in the back of my pants. No Twinkies. Oh, Gigi, I'm having the best chai tea from Edenton Coffee House. How much is my supporter page? It's $5 a month. $5. $5. And I know that could be a lot. But I mean, that's how much one Happy Meal is. One Happy Meal. I promise you, you'll laugh. You'll get $5 worth of laughing. And also we do like a weekly Q&A. So if you have questions or want to know things, I don't try to like respond on these videos because it's annoying. Joanne, just send me a text or a Facebook message in the subscriber group. Maybe to start a book. I mean, me starting a book is just, you were going to tell us about the Christmas play. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sue. So somebody said to me, it doesn't matter how they were being nice. It doesn't matter how he acts. We love Amos in the Christmas play. And so talking about it again this year, I was like, but I care. And I have 3 teenagers who obviously are embarrassed if their 9-year-old brother is like up on the altar trying to take the candles down. It's nerve-wracking when you belong to the person that's doing that. And I was trying to tell the person this, and they were like unwilling to see my vantage point of me being vulnerable and saying, this is really hard. And I finally said to her, because I couldn't think of anything else to say, I tell you what. Oh my God, then I got to go take a shower. I tell you what. You come to church and you bring your husband, and I want him to be butt naked at church. And you let me know when you're there, and I'll bring Amos to church, and I'm not going to worry a lick about what he does. Not a lick. And she was like, I said, that's how it feels to me. It feels like having a butt naked husband with me. I think that did send a message. Wendy, you're not subscribed. The bad thing about Facebook is that they like to unsubscribe people. Now that I've said the word Facebook, they're going to like censor me. So sorry. Get a ghostwriter. Oh, God, a ghostwriter? That's like saying lie and get someone else to write your book. No. I would sooner like get my pinky toe hacked off than get a ghostwriter. No, I'm not doing that. I mean, that's cheating. If you're Danielle Steele, it's not, because you're just writing the same story in different towns. But no. My kids rolled around on the floor while the others were singing. Yes, Tracy. Yes. That's exactly it. That's what happens. A lot of rolling down. My mom was mentally ill, embarrassed me so bad in church. Oh, I'm sorry, Sharon. No, that would be hard. I will say that my dad is sort of at that point in life now. We'll be somewhere and he like has this look on his face like he's about to say something. And I'll say, Dad, don't say it. And he'll say, what? I'm like, you know what? You're thinking that what you're going to say is not right, and you're going to say it anyway. Maybe it's being 76. I don't know. What is your PhD in? It should have been in like how to be a total something on the internet. It's in educational research and policy analysis. And I do videos on education. In fact, there's a lot I want to do, but they take work. And right now I'm at this point in my life where I'm lazy. My son would recite what the priest was saying at the top of his lungs. Yes, that's what happens. Yes. I stopped going to church when my autistic son was 3. Church is hard. We want to go. I want to go. But I will tell you, I get nothing out of going to church generally because I don't want somebody to like lose a head from the prayer book. But I want to go. And there's some things that we go and do, like this 2nd grade play. Do I think Amos is dying to be in the 2nd grade play? No. Do I think the world needs to know that there are Amoses in it? Yes. Do I want the other second graders to know that Amos has a place with them? Yes. Do I want the world to know that not everybody follows the rules and it's okay? Yes. Yes. So I do this because I want the world to accept him. I think it's really easy to preach inclusion and acceptance and to go, spend a day volunteering in the special needs classroom. But then when it comes time to being at a restaurant and somebody's rolling around on the floor and you're making judgy looks, well, that means you really don't get it, right? So I have to walk the walk and talk the talk. A lot of people like to talk the talk, but not walk the walk. Walk the walk is you have an Amos around and you're okay. And I want the other children who were saying, oh, be nice to Amos and say this to Amos. But are they including Amos? Are they accepting Amos for the person that he is? I think so. I think this year Amos is happier. I mean, I went to the playground yesterday. This little girl said, hi, Amos. He's in my class. Everybody knows Amos. Everybody. The little kids, the big kids, because Amos, well, one, he wears glasses and he has crazy blonde hair and he's always running and people know him. Instead of what my son Russell said, which really maybe has pushed me to take this path. Russell is 15. But I remember when we were talking about Amos going to school in this classroom, and I said, he's going to be in this class with special needs children. This is when he was turning 3. And he said, well, where are they? And I don't ever want Amos to be in a group that's where are they? And right now in our world, it is very much they. This group of people that are over there. Like somebody we take a donut to, once a month and we feel like we can pat ourselves on the back for being pious. Like people with special needs should be at birthday parties and in your house and at the grocery store and in restaurants, and they're going to be big and look like men and they're going to be trick-or-treating, and that is wonderful, and we want to embrace them and envelop them. And it is hard. Just know as a parent, I don't say that lightly. Like, I promise you, it is the hardest thing I've ever done as a mother to put myself where I feel like I'm butt naked at church. I want it for Amos, but even more, I want a world that includes the Amoses and all the kids with special needs. Whether you're in a wheelchair and nonverbal and in diapers at 30, I want you to be included and embraced and accepted. And we can all do better. We can all do better. When you see me somewhere, smile at me. And if you're torn to be inclusion and embarrassment, I'm willing to suffer through the butt naked at 186 pounds. I'm willing to suffer if it makes the world better. Some children, like my daughter, in school settings really struggle in larger classes. Yeah, no, I agree, Liz. It's interesting. Amos has, this year, he's been in reading, and then he goes with them to lunch. And it's funny, the teacher said, well, he's kind of struggling at lunch. And I said, well, should we not have him go to lunch? And both his regular teacher and his EC teacher said, no, he really likes going to lunch. For the first time in 9 years, I know something that he likes. He asks when he gets his lunchbox, he walks to the cafeteria, and it's still a struggle for him, but he's pushing through. So now he's leaving lunch a little bit earlier, but having a group that helps us, Oh, Heather, that's nice. I'm a pastor and I don't tolerate parishioners complaining about children in worship. They belong in worship just as much as the adults. Well, I get it. I went out to dinner the other night with my husband and parents, and we went out to dinner at 6, which I learned a long time ago. You better not go out to dinner at 6 unless you want to like go and basically be on the set of Captain Kangaroo. And there was a baby crying. And I was thinking, I left my children at home. I just want to have a nice dinner. But I never want that mother to feel like I don't have a place here at this restaurant. Yes, there are times that I don't take Amos places or take kids places, but we want to include people. Hey, Jackie, I'm so glad you caught me live. This is why I don't ever get a shower, because I start talking. And then I'm like, crap, I got to go pick up subs for the middle school teachers at 10:15. I have a special needs, very autistic, epilepsy, 16 now. I stay home with him because he doesn't want to wear clothes. Yeah, and there's some things, Michelle, right, that our kids have to do, like wear clothes. And as a parent, we have to recognize, like, shouting the F word, I can't abide by that. Or you can't be naked in public. Like, there are certain things that are non-negotiables. I believe with my heart, mainstreaming it to a large class. You will find. Yeah, I will say Amos is really, really loving this year. Sally, you used to be a subscriber. What happened? Did Facebook throw you off too? I never knew anybody like Amos. I didn't. I remember there was this person with special needs that I would see at our country club in a wheelchair. And I just didn't think anything of it. Well, my mother was telling me the other day, she said, I think her name is Cammie. She lives in her apartment. I said, well, she lived with her family, right? She said, oh, yeah. But her parents died. She's totally independent, incredibly successful. And she'd never been given really a chance to be independent, A skunk just let loose under my house. Sorry. We give curse words too much power. Well, maybe that's the thing, Liz. Maybe that'll be my new attitude. I mean, listen to these geese. I feel like I'm in the long winter with Laura Ingalls, and they're watching all those darn geese fly off in October, and they're like, oh, God, we're about to run out of potatoes. Oh, schmuck. Okay. Come be a subscriber if you just need a safe place to fall and more real conversations like this. And you have $5 a month to spare so that I can continue to justify this as my career choice. Yes. Oh, Michelle. And I'd like to know more about that. I think my friend Carrie Cariello has a blog called What Color is Monday, and her son is at like a college type program. And she talks a lot about, he's a big boy now. And, Amos is still little, but I need to know what the future is like, because the future has always been so scary, and it's not as much now, it's better. My son is 22 and he loves to trick or treat. Oh, I hope so. I hope the world envelops him, I had a person like Amos before social media, and it was hard because there was no one to take the burden off of me. Michelle. Well, Michelle, come on over. Typically, when you see people in public, what would you like them to say to you about Amos, whether he's melting down or behaving appropriately? What would I like them to say? I would like them just to say, hi. Or I think at Mamacita's, it's our Mexican restaurant, one of the best things ever was when Amos was rolling around little, and the waiters would just step over him in the restaurant, and nobody paid him any attention. And that made me feel like it wasn't a big deal. I think I can tell you what I don't like is I don't like this look. Hold on, let me get ready. That look made me crazy. I don't need pity. I could use a smile or a, looks like the day's going well. I'm real keen on sarcasm. That's kind of how I roll. well, you look you look like you'll be ready for bed early. Just camaraderie. That's what we want, is camaraderie. Um, and Amos's little friends are the best because they, especially since he's been at school, hey, Amos, when a mother says, you better tell Amos hello, that makes me feel small inside because I don't want to hear a mother saying that. I want the kids, which really happens because I'm making sure Amos is in the world, they're saying hello. Their parents might not even know Amos, but they know to say hello. I don't ever want you to make yourselves be nice to Amos because that feels fake. And I hate fake. Looks like you've got your hands full. Yeah, that is sort of annoying. The world has been lifted. Oh, that's good. Offer to help or distract. No, I don't think so. No, because when you have an Amos, there ain't no getting help. I mean, I'm the only person that can do it. No, not for me at least. Unless you've got something he wants. Deborah. Oh, God. Yeah, that's true. I'm taking my 24-year-old Down syndrome niece trick-or-treating. She's going as a doctor, and I'm going to be everybody's favorite candy corn. Oh. Powerful thing someone can say is you're doing a great job, Mama. See, Amanda, not for me. So we're all different. But to me, like if somebody, I guess it's their tone, you're doing a great job. I mean, that just makes me want to like kick somebody in the teeth because I'm usually foul at that point. That doesn't feel like camaraderie. That feels condescending. But I'm not a good person. I'm not a good person to ask. Margaret, you're not a subscriber because I don't see the little blue thing by your name. So you would be able to see all my videos if you were. I'm going to do a subscriber video right after this. Is it saying something to the child helpful? No, unless you say something like to me, would you like this Lego in my pocket? They say it in love. Yes, it's good to know they say it in love, Linda. But I think we can also help people. I mean, my dad thinks he says things in love. Like, well, I can't even repeat what he says. And he'll be like, well, I mean, but it's still, we can always do better, right? I mean, I'm one to talk because my 16-year-old, I stress him out. That's where our relationship is right now. If you know me, I am the least like stress-inducing person on the planet. I mean, I've never been one to like hyper focus on grades or assignments. Hell, I don't even know how to like sign into the thing at school that the other parents are like, they haven't done week number 2. I'm like, what? When's the test? I mean, because I just feel like this is a great time for my children to learn to survive in a world where I'm not going to be there. So is it different when describing on Instagram? Yes, they're 2 different subscriber groups, Margaret. 2 different. And I'm just getting started on Instagram, so I have not been doing a good job. Like I forget, like today I should have done Instagram subscription. My goal is to do Instagram and Facebook together, but I haven't started doing it yet because I'm on the struggle bus. I drive a struggle bus, but I'm working on it. I'm 55. How does your husband handle things? um, I don't know. Not much seems to bother him. I think he likes to avoid things that could be a problem. Like, we don't need to go to church. Because he gets embarrassed. I mean, you have to really let your pride go if you go somewhere with Amos. And my teenagers, particularly, it's a struggle. My daughter's 13. She gets home every day and she's like, did he say bad words at school? She doesn't want him to do that. Oh, good, Margaret. Please do. And stay on Instagram. I'm going to do something cool on Instagram. This weekend actually is kind of a work session for me. So I'm going to get myself organized. Yes, I love Temple Grandin. Very, very informative. She is very informative. Anyway, well, thank y'all for tuning in. It's the dog. I guess I'm going to go put on real clothes. I'm going to go get some middle school teachers some love, because I sure appreciate them. And then I'm going to go to the play. Yes, I am. Then I'm going to have a subscriber debriefing later this afternoon. He has not been able to get into a pediatric psychiatrist. The pediatrician is giving his meds. Oh, Holly, we'll do a Q&A on the subscriber page. He really does need to get in to see a pediatric psychiatrist. We go to Duke Autism and see Dr. Copeland. I know Duke has lots of specialists if you're in North Carolina. But I definitely think you want to. I don't think having a pediatrician prescribe very specialized medicine is a great idea. And most pediatricians are not really comfortable with that. I know ours is not, like medicine for sleeping. I mean, we take trazodone, guanfacine, buspirone. Trazodone, guanfacine, buspirone. Is there anything else? That might be it currently. What outfit are you wearing? I helped my friend Mary Scott clean out her closet, and I got some of her old t-shirts, had her at Marlin Club, and the same pants I've had on for, 3 days. Carry on, people. Carry on.